All right, Shalom. All right, first and foremost, I'd like to get all praise, honor, and glory to Yahweh, Ba'ashem, Yahweh Shai, Ba'ashem, Rikah, Kodash. Double honors to my apostles and bishops of Great Millstone. Peace, salutations to the hopeful elect and the 144,000 that's pushing the word, truth, and sincerity. All right, this is Yashar Kabar with a quick lesson about health, okay? And also the obesity rate in America in 2025, okay? How people in America, they eat the worst foods than healthy foods, man. All right. So it's like a good few articles that I was looking for through the spirit. But yeah, obesity rate in America, is on a higher scale. Okay. It's more big people, fat people, especially you Negroes, Latinos, and Native Americans make up to you Israelites, man. Majority of y'all is obese, okay, but not no other, some jakes that's not obese, be eating the wrong foods as well. All right. So basically, here in America, here in Babylon, you see all the you see majority of big people, man, and in this time, because it's it's getting worse. All right, with the obesity thing, especially the little kids that's obese. All right, but I'm gonna go ahead and read this little article. I got a few more articles that I'm gonna touch on, but I ain't gonna read the whole thing. But I just typed the obesity rate in America 2025, so I'm gonna read the overview. It said, according to the Centers of Disease Control, CDC. All right. It says a prevention CDC, the project obesity rate in the United States for 2025 is adults, all right, 40.3%, and that's a lot, all right. Children and adolescents ages 2 to 19, that's 20.2%. It says these estimate are based on trends observed in recent years. It's important to note that these are just projections and actual rates may vary. All right. When they say based on trends, all right, you got Jakes, man, recording themselves, not just Jake, you heathens, you know what I'm saying, you Edomites, all right, but this lesson ain't towards y'all. I'm talking about you Negroes, Latinos, and Native Americans, man. Y'all following these trends. You know what I'm saying? Recording yourself on social media, eating McDonald's, Popeyes, Burger King, etc. And y'all get hella views and likes and subscriptions and shit like that, man. And that shit is terrible, man. All right, y'all do it for likes and and attention as well, man. All right, I'll read this again. These estimates are based on trends observed in recent years. All right, you got the nigger woman, record herself eating, different types of acidic foods, man. All right, and big as a house, man. All right, and that's not good. That's not good at all. It said these estimates are based on trends observed in recent years. It's important to note that these are just projections and actual rates may vary. All right. So this right here, American obesity rates are increasing. Here's how you can maintain a healthy weight, right? So I'm gonna read a little bit of this article. It say posted on February 20th, 2025. So this recently. It says obesity in the United States is a big problem, and it's getting bigger. All right, nearly 3 in 4 adults in the United States are now considered overweight or have obesity, according to a 2024 study published in a medical journal and Lancet. It said the Lancet. Okay, it says That's a sharp increase since the 1990s, when just over half of adults were living with obesity. So back in the 90s, it wasn't that bad. All right. We had some big people, we had some, big people, man, but it ain't like it is now. Okay. It say, what's more, there are no sign that the trend is slowing. It says the study also predicts rates of overweight and obesity will continue to rise at least through 2050. I don't think it ain't gonna be no 2050, man. Okay. Because the Lord, Yahweh Shema Shai said, hasten the day. Okay. Because I don't want to see 20 fucking 50, man. All this wickedness and shit. But anyway, it says more people in beginning overweight, including children and adults, say Suki Sai MD. All right, he's a doctor. All right. It says a family medicine and obesity medicine physician at Henry Ford Health Dr. Singh, all right, explains what behind this worrisome trend and how to fight back against unwanted weight gain. Okay. Now I don't want to read the whole thing. I'm trying to find the right. Here you go, right here. I'm gonna read this real quick. All right, for those who want to read this article, feel free. All right. It says, although overweight and obesity are common, that doesn't mean we should accept them as the new norm. The disease of obesity is a silent killer. Okay. It says obesity increases the risk of a host of health problems, including, all right, these the health problems that Jake's suffering under, man. And you niggas going around talking about, oh man, he eating good, I'm eating good. You know what I'm saying? She eating good, I'm eating good. But you fat as hell, your stomach big as fuck, but you eating good? That's not eating good, man. A healthy diet and a nourished meal is eating good, man. All right? And that's the mind trick. That's a trick of the mind, man. All right? Eating good it really don't mean you fat as hell, that means you eating good. No. I'm gonna read this again. It says obesity increases the risk of a host of health problems, including bone and joint problems, diabetes, high blood pressure, high cholesterol, heart disease, okay, sleep apnea, all right, some cancers, strokes, okay. These are the problems that causing the obesity is the main problem, all right. These are causing your health, all right. And then it goes in how to weight loss tips, weigh yourself, take action, plan ahead, read labels, snack smarter, get moving. All right. Consider medical interventions. I ain't gonna read this whole article. I'm just reading the topic. Okay. Find help to achieve a healthy weight. And this is what you niggas need to do, man. All right. It's what you niggas, you Latinos and Native Americans, you niggas, this is what y'all need to do. Especially, Jake, that's in the truth, man. Y'all got to change your diet and get in the gym and work out, because when all hell breaks loose, you're going to have to move. All right. You don't want to move slow, man. You want to be agile. Okay. And you got to have the spirit power, how about Shema Shai on you. Okay. To move, man. All right. Because you need to build your body to be a weapon. Okay. And these the problems that Jake have, our people, talking about you Israelites, the overweight issue. Okay. Especially down south, man. Y'all eat the most pork. All right. Bacon. All right. Y'all eat the worst of the worst. And that's the reason why down south, majority of Jake is fat as hell, man. Okay. I'm keeping it. I'm keeping it 100. I'm not taking shit back. It is what it is. Okay. It says, of course, not everyone who is overweight or has obesity will develop health problems. Yet, as weight goes up, so does the risk. Okay. If your weight, if the bigger you get, the risk that's gonna happen to you, man. You're going to accumulate a lot of risk. And the risks I just read off. All right. It says, yet as weight goes up, so does the risk. But because the number on the scale is only one measure of health, it's important to look at the big picture. Okay. All right. So, hey, man, this ain't the time to be sitting on your ass, eating all fucking day. Okay. And thinking shit a joke. All right. Okay. Because all hell's gonna break loose. And Esau finna make his move. Okay. But 2/3, y'all gonna get caught off guard, man. 2/3 of you niggas, you Latinos and Native Americans, man. All right. Y'all gonna get caught off guard, man. It's for you brothers that's doing the work in truth and sincerity, man. I advise you to get in the gym. I advise you to change your diet. Okay. I advise you to live a healthy lifestyle. All right. While we in Babylon, even though our bodies is jacked up, you know, and take these herbs and pray before you take herbs, man. You know, pray to Yahweh Shema Shai to have these herbs working in your system. Okay. It said, what is the obesity rate in 2025? In 2025, global obesity prevalence is predicted to reach 18% in men and surpass 21% in women. Women more bigger than men. All right. You know, crab legs. All right. Lobster. Okay. Red meat. Pork. Mainly pork, because pork don't digest as fast. Okay. Beef don't digest as fast. All right. But pork is the main killer of Jake, man. All right. And say this means a significant portion of the global population will be living with obesity and its consequences, including communicable disease, is likely to worsen. All right. And this fat shit, you know, it started to be a global trend. Okay. Started to be a global trend, man. As a matter of fact, I'm going to go to this other article. It says 16 obese causes food to avoid. To avoid obesity or limit or avoid foods high in saturated fat, added sugar, and processed ingredients. Okay? Avoid these things, man. Food like processed meats, fried foods, sugary drinks, and many baked goods can contribute to weight gain. And that's what's going on here in America, which is Babylon, man. A lot of people eating drinking sugary drinks and fried foods, and you know, going to restaurants, eat McDonald's. McDonald's the main killer. All right. I ain't ate McDonald's in 15 years. Okay. I ain't ate Burger King in that time frame, 15 years. Ever since I've been in the truth. You know? Because it's the main killer of Jake, man. These restaurants. All right. I mean, if I ever go to a restaurant, it's going to be like a low level chain that's not really known, man. All right. They ain't, you know, it ain't commercialized. But I don't eat restaurant food all the time. I eat like maybe once a month or once every other month. All right. I mean, sometimes you got to treat yourself. All right. But 144, call all you Malai, how about Shema Shai? Okay. That's the spirit, because all the eating and the drinking, you know what I'm saying, plus alcohol. All right. Brothers got to slow up on their alcohol and take as well. All right. It's cool to drink a little beer, you know, drink a little, you know, little liquor here and there. But you got to slow up. All right. I mean, you can't drink, but be in moderation. It said to avoid obesity, limit or avoid foods high in saturated fat, added sugar, and processed ingredients. Now, I just read this. It says food like processed meat, fried food, sugary drinks, and many baked goods can contribute to weight gain. Focus on a diet rich in fruits, vegetables, whole grains, and lean protein, man. Jake don't want to eat they don't want to eat grains, lean protein. I'm talking about 2/3 of you niggas. All right, you hood niggas at that. You got some hood niggas that's getting into health, but majority of you hood niggas, you young niggas, all right, y'all is not into health. Okay. Here's more detailed list of foods to limit to avoid: saturated fats, sugary drinks, baked goods, ultra processed foods. All right. Fast foods, burgers, fries, pizza, and other takeaway options. Okay. Don't eat this shit all the time. Because you eat it all the time, you're going to gain weight. Your belly going to be big. Okay. Nowadays, the days we living in now, it's cool to have a fat ass belly. Okay. They ain't nothing but backed up feces, man. And Jake don't fucking detox at all. All right. We just had a Cinco de Mayo at my job, man. You know, Instacart came with their trucks, you know, came with their food and everything. And you know, me personally, I eat like 3 chicken tacos, a little bit of portion of rice, all right, and 2 limes, all right, and I have some lemonade on the side. I mean, hey, if you offer something, I'm gonna take it. It depends what it is, okay. But it's crazy how Jake load they plate up. This one Jake, he had like what, 10 tacos on one fucking plate. All right. Just greedy, man. All right. Just, you know, Jake greedy as hell. Jake don't eat to nourish themselves, man. What I did, I had my three chicken tacos, a little portion of rice, and that's all I needed. Lemon and some vegetables on the side as well. Ate that, went back into the warehouse. Because, you know, Jake like to get first, second, third plates. I don't do that shit. I get one plate, enough for me to sustain me for the rest of the night. All right. But anyway, refined grains, deep fried foods, okay, chicken, fish, and other foods fried in oil. Now it's good to eat baked salmon, all right? You know. Now other foods to limit: processed meats, bacon, hot dogs, cold cuts, and other cured meats. And this, I'm talking about the older jakes that's like in my age range. All right. Because the older you get, the slower your metabolism be. It said artificial sweeteners, all right, while they may seem like a healthy alternative, they can still contribute to weight gain and may have other health effects. Sometimes I slip too. I eat a cookie here and there, you know what I'm saying? Maybe a bag of chips, but that'd be a demon, okay? Gotta learn how to avoid that junk food demon, man. I don't eat a lot of junk food as well. Only time I eat, you know, like chips here and there, you know, I'll be at work. But I don't eat it all the time because mainly I don't have it in my house. Whole grains. Choose whole wheat bread, brown rice, and other whole grain options. Lean protein, chicken, fish, beans, and lentils. Healthy fats, olive oil, avocado oil. Avocado oil is the best. And olive oil. Mainly, you know, I have avocado oil. And other plant-based oils. Okay. Water. Now, before I get to water, it's another thing that you can use as well. What you call that? Grass-fed butter. If you want to cook something, get grass-fed butter. I know it's in your local food market, okay? Like Whole Foods, whatever. Get grass-fed butter. Stop fucking with that Imperial margarine and shit, man. Land O'Lakes and stuff. All right? Grass-fed butter is the best butter. Okay? It says stay hydrated with plenty of water. Jake don't drink water. Jake don't drink fucking water. The best water to drink is mineral water. All right? I drink mineral water all the time, okay? And I work out, and I be in the gym, okay? It's best to work out too, man. They talk about childhood obesity, visceral fat, how to get rid of it, all this, man. You know. But Jake like to eat this kind of shit. You know, Cheetos, Flaming Hots. All right. And it show you what the ingredients in Cheetos, Flaming Hot Cheetos, and it's in every hood, every Jake neighborhood. Okay, you don't see none of this shit in Edomite neighborhoods, or you don't see this type of shit in heathens, these other nations neighborhoods, man. Only in Jake neighborhoods. Flaming Hot Cheetos are primarily made of cornmeal, vegetable oil, and seasonings, including salt. All right, let's say maltodextrin, yeast extract, monosodium glutamate, and artificial colors, red 40 lake. All right, they also contain ingredients like cheddar cheese powder, onion powder, garlic powder, and natural and artificial flavors. This shit killing Jake, man. All right, this they go-to chips, especially the kids, man. They eat a lot of this shit. Shit ain't good, man. I remember I had some Flaming Hot Cheetos about, I think, 5 months ago. I ain't feel right. I had some Wendy's one time. I ain't feel right. This shit in the food is poison. And these other nations, these other different countries, man, these heathen nations, you know, they start to gravitate toward American food, man. But you got other countries don't even eat what Americans eat. What this place eat, man. All right. Because in other countries, it's a healthy lifestyle in different countries as well. But this place right here, you gotta choose your battles while eating this bullshit, man. All right. I'm gonna read this real quick. Where is it? Hold on. I read this. Oh, here you go. Is Cheetos Flaming Hots unhealthy? It says Flaming Hot Cheetos are high in fat and sodium. Okay, which cause what? Diabetes. All right, cancers. You know, inflammation. All right. It says high in fat, sodium, which can contribute to health problems like obesity and high blood pressure. And that's what the shit causes, man. You eating this stuff, you consuming this shit every day, all right? And that's what's gonna happen to you. These conditions are linked to an increased risk of cancer, all right? Y'all going around saying fuck cancer, all right? Fuck obesity, because y'all eating this shit. This would cause cancer. And this is why Jake died of cancer. Eating this shit, man. It says, and other diseases like spiciness of Flaming Hot Cheetos can irritate the stomach lining, leading to discomfort. And you niggas eating this shit. I don't eat this. I don't eat Flaming Hot Cheetos, man. All right? If I eat chips, I'm gonna eat keto chips, man. All right? You know, I don't eat nothing that got nothing to do with Flaming Hots, man. All right? And this was killing Jake. High in fat and sodium. And this right here, irritate the stomach lining. Man, y'all better wake the fuck up, man. I'm gonna go to the scriptures, man. I'm gonna go to Sirach. Sirach 30 and Salakia. Move this down real quick. Sirach 30 and I'm gonna start at 15. This is Sirach 30 and 15. Health and good estate of body are above all gold, and a strong body above infinite wealth. Okay. All right. Health is better than anything, man. Because if you're not healthy, how can you operate? How can you move? How can you have a nice productive day, man. Because if you healthy, the more healthy you are, the more productive you are, man. Health, a good state. Sirach 30 and 15, for Sirach 30 and 15. Health and good estate of body are above all gold, and a strong body above infinite wealth. It say there is no riches above a sound body, and no joy above the joy of an heart. Death is better than a bitter life or continual sickness. You rather drop dead than be suffering, man. All right, because of your health. All right. I'm gonna jump down to this the main one right here. 25. It says a cheerful and goodful heart. A cheerful and good heart will have a care of his meat and diet. Okay. A cheerful and goodful heart, a good heart will have a care of his meat and diet. Okay. So if you have a good heart, goes back to the Hebrew word lab, which is your mind, man. A cheerful and good mind. All right. You live in a healthy lifestyle, man. Okay. You live in a healthy lifestyle. Now, verse 15, it says health and a good estate of body are above all gold. All right. Because your body is wealth, man. You know, that's why the saying is health is wealth, man. And a strong body above infinite wealth. All right. And this is our culture. All right. Jake supposed to eat fruits, vegetables, nuts, raisins, you know what I'm saying? Just Jake get up late at night eating fucking flaming hots, a hamburger. All right. I mean, nothing wrong with eating hamburgers, but don't eat it all the time, man. All right. Don't let that be your go-to meal all the fucking time. Ordering out all the time. It's cool to eat out too, but not all the time. It's good to cook your own meals, man, because you know what ingredients to put in or not to put in, man. Okay. Baked foods the best foods. Now, if you eat fried foods, it gotta be once in a good while, bro. But fried foods ain't good either. Health and good estate of body are above all gold, and a strong body above infinite wealth. Okay. So your diet, all right. Now I'm going to the word diet. Etymology, the word diet, from the Latin word dieta, okay, means prescribed way of life. Okay, if you on a diet journey, you are prescribed to a way of life. And also from the Greek word, okay, dieta, all right, way of life, lead one's life. Okay, you're supposed to lead your life into a healthy journey. You'll live longer, all right? And also working out goes with it. If you want to change it, also when you work out, your diet goes along with it, all right? Your calorie deficit, okay? What to eat, what to put in your body, all right? And you also, the Lord, Yahweh Shema Shai, also have laws, what to eat or what not to eat. But the fucked up thing about it, Jake eat any fucking thing, man. Okay? Anything that's required to eat, they eat the shit. All right. And this is the reason why Jake dying of these different diseases, man. Eating the wrong shit, not working out, sitting on your ass, getting your belly getting bigger and shit. Like, come on, man. That's not cool, man. All right. The reason why it's not cool, when if all hell break loose, you can't get up and move. Okay. And that's the thing and that's what you got to think about, man. All right, because diet is the way of life, man. Go back to the diet from the Latin word dieta. All right, means way of life, man. Okay. Now let's go into the word hold on. Let's go into that word obese. Obesity. Okay, obesity is from that Latin word obesitas, means fatness, corpulence. Okay. Now, fatness, corpulence that has been eaten itself. Fat past particle of obiter, to eat all over. All right, to eat all over, devour. Okay, you constantly feeding your flesh garbage, man, and that's a demon. Okay, that's a demon. All right, that's demonic as hell, man. Eating, constantly eating, putting all these different fats in your fat, man. All right. It says from the Latin obesitas means fatness, corpulence. All right, that has eaten itself, fat, past particle of obituary. All right, to eat all over, devour. Okay. Okay. But it's cool to be a big motherfucker. Come on, man. Now, the etymology or corpulence. Look at that word, corpulence, right? Corpulence. Go back to the Latin word corpulentria, means corpus, all right? Grossness of body. Grossness of body. All right? Abstract noun, fleshly fat, okay? And it goes back to that word obese. Okay. It says restriction to bulkiness, obesity, largeness of body. Okay. And that's what you see in Jake, man. A corpulent body size. Okay. A physical size built from Latin corpulentia, means grossness of body, man. You say like you on a job, you gross like 2,000 and they take out, you get like 1,500. Gross means to build, man. All right, physically build. All right, you building fat on your body. That goes back to the word corpulence. Okay, so you don't want to be walking around here big as hell, man, and you know, feeding your flesh, BS. Right? I'm gonna go to Daniel and I'm gonna close out. And Daniel, Daniel, he did an experiment. All right, I'm gonna read it, and this the best scripture right here, man. I'm gonna go to Daniel 1, Daniel chapter 1, verse 8. It says, but Daniel proposed in his heart that he would not defile himself with a portion of the king's meat. See, all the stuff I'm just reading, the articles and stuff, that's king's meat, man. You eating the king's meat. And today in America, Jake eating king's meat. Okay. Nor with the wine which he drank. Therefore, he requested of the prince of the eunuch that he might not defile himself. Now the Most High have brought Daniel into favor and tender love with the prince of the eunuchs. And the prince of the eunuchs said unto Daniel, I fear my lord the king, who have appointed your meat and your drink. For why should he see your face worse liking than the children which are of your sort? Then shall ye make me endanger my head to the king. Then said Daniel to Melzar, whom the prince of the eunuch had set over Daniel, Hananiah, Mishael, and Azariah, Prove my servant, I beseech thee, 10 days, and let them give us pulse to eat and water to drink. Now, if you look up the word pulse, all right, pulse.
Strong's H2235. Zeroim. Zeroim.
All right, pulse, vegetable.
And the form just below that, Zereonim. Zereonim.
That's a Hebrew word, but that's the wrong Hebrew word, obviously. But I ain't looking at Hebrew packet, but I'm gonna check that out. But really means vegetables, man. You right? It say something sown only in the plural as vegetable, as food. All right, pulse. Okay. Okay. It says, thus Melzar took away the portion of their meat and the wine that they should drink, and gave them pulse. As for these 4 children, the Most High gave them knowledge and skill in all learning and wisdom, and Daniel had understanding in all visions and dreams. Okay. As a matter of fact, I want to see because you eat the king's meat, your face will get fatter. See, you get a fatter face. I'm gonna read this one more time. It's in verse okay, it says 13, then let our countenance be looked upon before thee, and the countenance of the children that eat the portion of the king's meat, and as thou seest, deal with thy servants. Your countenance, like if you eat the king's meat, you know, like the fatty foods, you know, the fried foods, okay, the hot dogs, the bacon, you know, drinking the soda, the sugary drinks and stuff like that of today. The more you eat the bad foods, man, the fatter your face will be. Like, for instance, Jake say, "Oh man, you healthy, man. Your face getting fat. Woo woo. That's not good, man. That's not fucking good. That's not good. You supposed to have a jawline, man. All right." Because if you eat a lot of sodium and a lot of chips and a lot of, you know, cakes and ice cream and, you know, cookies and shit, your face gonna get fat as hell. All right. Then let our countenance be looked upon before thee, and the countenance of the children that eat the portion of the king's meat. Face getting fatter. That's not healthy, man. That's embarrassing. And as thou seest, deal with thy servants. So he consented to them in this matter, and proved them 10 days. And at the end of 10 days, their countenance appeared fairer and fatter in flesh than all the children which did eat the portion of the king's meat. See, your face will get fat as hell, man, if you're eating the portion of the king's meat. And you got the portion of the king's meat here in Babylon today. All right, America, aka Babylon, United States, man. That's why you got obese. That's why that's why people obese. All right, that's why people fat as hell. Okay, eating a portion of the king's meat, man. And you got these restaurants, that's a portion of the king's meat. Thus Melzar took away the portion of their meat and the wine, and they should drink, and gave them pulse. See, and once you change your diet, okay, once you get rid of the fatness, once you go to the gym, once you track your calorie deficit, then you'll be able to feel better. All right, you'll be able to move better. All right, you'll be able to your belly will shrink. Okay, you gotta constantly pray to Yahweh Shema Shai to keep that spirit on you. You gotta constantly go to the gym and work out. Okay, because all hell finna break loose. Your health is more important than anything. All right. So with that, hope y'all was edified. Until next time, shalom.